Alright folks, what's up? Just one big bug, and I need to put an explanation at the front of this video. There comes 2 points in this video that I stop at. Point 1, I had to go and take care of something, and then point 2 was not too long after. In the video, you're actually going to hear me talk about starting to be in a little bit of pain, and I just try and deal with it and get through it, and just want to finish the video, and I start going quiet. Well, it didn't work out that way. The pain actually continued to build and increase, and when I shut the video off, at that point I left the room to try and go take care of it, and it wasn't more than a few minutes before I was nearly crippled by it. And in one hand, it's a little embarrassing to say what it is, but on the other hand, it is how painful it is. It's been said to say it's the male version of giving birth, and yeah, I actually mentioned it in the video, and like I said, I feel a little embarrassed mentioning it now, but I have to let you know that the reason I stopped the video is because I actually ended up having a kidney stone, and I ended up going to the hospital last night. And managed to pass while I was in the hospital. So that's why the video's a little disjointed, because I literally just shut my computer off after I stopped the video. Before I left the house, I just turned it off, so when I reload it, it's going to be wherever the last save point was. So when you watch the video and you know I'm talking about being in pain, that's what's going on. I actually have a kidney stone, or had a kidney stone in my system at that point. But like I said, it's past, it's gone, it's better now, and I'm just going to consider it my badge of honor of passing into middle age. Alright, enough of that though. So let's get on to wherever, well, it's going to be the start of the video for you. For me, I'm actually getting right now back into wherever I left off, so I'll catch up to you there. Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger, and I am coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And before we start our rebuilding in hard mode, there's a couple things I need to touch on. Number one, and the most obvious, is what you're seeing in front of you. So I now have 3 profiles. And you can see the Divine Champion level 147,074 with 999,999,999 kilometers driven, max money, everything. It's a super save. And what that save is going to be is my truck showcase, mod showcase. That showcase, that mod, has as few mods turned on as I'm willing to do. Things like better weather. As a matter of fact, I can show you real quick. Although I shouldn't be taking too much time to do this, I can just show you. Maybe. Okay. This was not the one I didn't have it selected properly. I meant this one. I don't know why it takes a little time to show up, but it does. So, it's fine though. Okay. So I do have my garage mod on for now. I do have the new service area turned on. Pack accessory, I think, is the profiles. Prami Fahar, that means, I think that's the one where it shrinks my side mirrors smaller. Red dash lines are the road, Russian traffic. I do want my traffic pack. I have the Scania R700 turned on. I probably really shouldn't. I want to showcase it at some point, but I don't need to show it now. Sometimes it takes a minute for my mods to turn off, sometimes it doesn't. Spiegel mod, I forget what that does, but I know that it's something that I normally use. I do have my trucks in traffic for now. I do have TSM turned on. It's for the better map. And then I have improved weather, realistic weather, and then the scroll. I don't have any trailers on. I don't have any truck mods on. I don't have any add-on mods on. Nothing like that. So this is going to be the truck mod profile. So that way I can actually start bringing you like some of the tandems that are out there and some of the trucks that come with custom trailers. You know, I can actually start doing that. And that's really what I want to do, because I think it's not fair that if I bring you a truck to not show you the trailer. So basically what we have is our truck showcase, our skin showcase, and then of course our company hard mode showcase. The other thing I need to touch on before we get in here is I have to personally thank somebody. And you might have seen the comments in this video asking if I received a gift. I believe, if I remember correctly, his name's Candlejack here. This brother heard my talking about needing a blanket, found my post on Random Acts of Kindness on Reddit, and actually purchased the blanket from my wish list and had it sent to me. And I feel really inadequate of just being able to say thank you. You know, it's honestly not the first gift I received from one of my subscribers, but it is probably the single most important and meaningful gift I have received from a subscriber. I don't know if I'll be able maybe to get some pictures of the blanket I was using and the blanket that he sent me. I know he was suggesting that maybe I do something like an unboxing, and I would have loved to, but I'm in a very small room, and that blanket came in a massive box. And the blanket itself is really big. It's queen size. And I can't show it very well. I've tried, and it doesn't come out very well. But I'm working on ideas on how to show it, and hopefully within the next day or two I'll be able to actually show you you know, at least some of the blanket, and then show you the blanket I was using beforehand, and you'll see why I needed a new one. So like I said, I don't have anything beyond a basic thank you, and that feels extremely inadequate to Candlejack for getting me the needed blanket. It has been extremely cold at night, extremely miserable weather, and it has meant quite a lot to me that you've been able to do that for me. So thank you very much. Do I enjoy it? Well, yes, I do. I mean, it was on my wish list for a reason, because I wanted it. Not just because it was a prime item and shipped. I actually wanted it. Some of you may not believe the print on it if I'm able to show you, but that's what I wanted. So there you go. Got my blanket. Thank you. Man, that just doesn't feel like enough, you know. It really doesn't. I feel really bad not being able to say more. Oh, man. Alright. We are started up. Brake is off. I actually remembered this time. And we actually got a nice smooth leave. Alright, that's pretty cool, actually. I don't know, sometimes I get lulled into the shifting at higher RPM, and I really shouldn't, because that's inefficient. It just sounds right to me, you know. It sounds like the way it's supposed to, but it's not. It's supposed to be shifting at a much lower RPM. You know, that's how you do it with cars. You tend to shift at a higher RPM because you have to. And most of my experience driving stick shifts does come from cars. Actually, pretty much all of it. The Class B vehicles I drove were school buses and coaches, and they're all fully automatic. So, yes, for those of you that may have joined, I was a Class B school bus driver for about... I think I drove school bus for 3 years, and I drove coaches for about 4. And that's when, in that time, that my accident happened and sidelined me permanently. Among other things, it wasn't just the accident, but the accident was kind of like the final nail. Which is a shame because I really enjoyed my job quite a bit. But, yeah. You'd think driving school bus wasn't, all that great a job, but it was. You had your kids that you raised your eyebrows at and wondered what the hell they were thinking or what they're trying to do. Things like that. But for the most part, it wasn't as bad as you think. And I became, for a little while towards the end, I was the bus driver that got the difficult routes. I heard of routes. I was willing to take action. Where most bus drivers just kind of like came and complained, I actually took action. I became the bus driver you don't mess with. Every time there was a difficult route, I'd say, well, just give it to me. Let them take my route. Give me that route and, we'll be fine. And I handled a couple difficult routes, a couple difficult kids. Just no problem. One kid I permanently kicked off my bus. I basically had kind of like a 3-strike rule. But my first strike was I warned him and I set him into the school to be dealt with. The second strike came as I moved his seat to a front seat. Because, he's one of the cool kids that had to sit in the back. So I moved his seat to the front seat, and he actually still managed to figure out how to make trouble by spitting out the window and laughing as it blew in to somebody else's window and hit them. So that was strike 3, and I permanently kicked him off my bus for the rest of the year. And I remember when I kicked him off, at first his friends went with him. Oh, well, I'm leaving. Well, I'm leaving. Oh, well, goodbye. I didn't care. Less for me to do. And it worked out rather well for that day. Yeah, I'm getting up in speed a little bit. Oops. I actually did my lights, not my cruise control. Like a dummy. That's okay. And, one day, and the next day his friends, didn't show up. And then the third day they didn't show up. On the fourth day, it was pouring rain. It was just absolute pouring rain. And sure enough, here come his friends, and they all get on the bus. Then he starts getting on the bus, and I look at him, and I said, where are you going? And he says, well, it's raining. Can't you just give me a ride this one time? And I looked at him, and I said, you should have thought of that when you were on your third strike. I said, I gave you 2 chances. I warned you, and I told you what would happen. Then you kept up, and I followed through with what happened and told you what the next step would be. You decided to ignore me, and these are the consequences that you now pay. You know? I really can't. That's okay. I don't know. I might go back to my older sound mod. It still works. I kind of like that one in terms of the interior sound, I think. I actually wonder if I still have my sound mod on in this game. Yeah. Sometimes, I don't know, it's just... I don't know. But you know, that was like my big gotcha moment. You know, that was my big. I looked at him and I said, you know, it was like, now you understand consequences. And every time he had to walk home in the rain, and every time I'd end up passing him, yeah, I'd end up passing him on the road. I didn't beep, I didn't honk, I didn't wave. I just would smile driving by because I knew that he, you know, he might not have learned his lesson, but he was feeling the weight of, you know, what he did. Every time he had to walk home when it was raining. What? When did this... Oh my god, the speed changed like right there. The last sign I saw was just a little bit back, and it said freaking 100 kilometers, man. What the hell? That's not fair. We are in some really twisty-turny highway here. And so being a bus driver wasn't all that bad. I actually enjoyed it mostly. In terms of driving, my boss sucked. I hated my boss. He was an idiot and an asshole. Well, no, let me take that back. He wasn't an idiot. You know, that's not true. That's just personal anger. But he was an asshole. He was. You know. Now look, speed limit said 100, right? Right, I'm locked in exactly at 100. It said there's cameras. Let's see if we get nailed again. Speed limit does drop here. Okay, yeah, you see that? Did you see how close the camera was to the speed limit drop? Did you see how close that was? Man, that ain't right. That ain't right at all. God damn it. I think I got something I need to take care of real quick. Alright. I apologize. I don't like doing this, but I gotta take care of something real quick, and I shall return to you instantly, to me, in a few minutes. And we're back. I don't know what's going on right now. I actually have a very... And just recently started. I have an extremely sharp pain in my right side. To give you an idea of what it is, oops. Well, that's not good. If it was on my left side, I would actually be going to the doctor right now about my appendix. Because it's in the right position and it's really sharp. Man, that's pretty damn sore. Whew, I'll say. Hopefully it'll pass. I'm hoping it's not kidney stones. Oh God. I really shouldn't mention so. Oh God came from the thought of it possibly being, and the fact that I just mentioned it, and I do apologize for that. I should not be talking about something like that on here. That's how I am. I just speak my mind sometimes, well, a lot of times without thinking. You know, could you just get the hell out of the way? You're just taking up the road. Oh, gee, thank you. Exactly like an asshat I'd expect on the road. Oh, look, here's another one. Does it matter? No, toll booths, of course. Whoa! Could you go any slower? We're still headed for the ferry, by the way. It's still where we're going. I still feel really, really bad we didn't get to haul that, we didn't get to haul that, that train car, or whatever it was, a 65-ton trailer. Alright, speed camera, speed limit I last saw was 110 and then drops to 90. Okay. We're already up to 85 and we're coming up on a downhill, so we want to slow down. Okay. At least we are able to get on the highway and cruise, man. Like I said, it's nice just to be able to get up here on these highways and just go. Oh, wow, that hurts. Oops. Wrong way. I'm not talking too much. It's because I'm dealing with concentrating on driving and this sudden pain that's decided to assail me. Oh man, that's... determination, man. I'm going to finish this. So I'm sorry that I'm not as talkative as normal. Whew. I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what it could be, though. And it's not something I'm talk about here because, to be honest, it's rather disgusting, and yeah, not something I should talk about here. I know a shower probably won't help me, but I'm going to shower after this. Just try and relax a little bit. too fast. Too fast. Slow down. That's looking like a nasty upcoming corner, doesn't it? The navigation there. Yeah, let's slow. I actually slowed down too early. I thought that was the corner. It's actually up here. Oops. I should not have been braking on that corner. That was really stupid, because braking can actually lead to you overturning. So that was really stupid of me. Yeah, actually, it doesn't sound like my sound mod's on. It's not. Huh. It's alright. I was gonna replace it anyways. I know I put it back, but I think I forgot to turn it on is the problem. Could you not? I don't get why these vehicles wait till you're on top of them to go. If I were an AI car, he'd have just sat there and kept waiting. What the hell are you doing? Please tell me I can make this. I clipped, but I made it. Oh, wow. Oh. I gotta say, folks, uno momento, I will be back. Alright, folks, yes. As I mentioned, we are back. I don't know where the last save was, so I don't know how far back this is in comparison to where we were. So I don't know how long this video is gonna go. Just wondering if I need to open up the dead zone a little bit on this, but I don't think so. But yeah, you saw the video in the beginning. This is the point here where I shut down the video from wherever we were. Actually, I think I know where we are. And it's not too far. That feels super sensitive. It honestly feels like super sensitive. It's under gameplay. No, that's rain probability. Controls. Yeah, there we go. Steering sensitivity. Yeah, I accidentally turned the steering sensitivity up. I could reset it to default, so it's going to reset everything, isn't it? I don't want to do that. I think the steering sensitivity is about there, so I turned it up by accident, and I didn't mean to. So, yeah, that's a little bit. Well, that's actually... Okay, game, you win. I apologize for this. Everything kind of got all messed up, as you know. So it actually went back up. I want it down a little bit. Sequential. Do the input wizard. Alright, so that's good. Acceleration access. Brake access. Clutch we don't use. Look up. Look left and right. And then this is what I actually mean to have up. I mean to turn up the dead zones a little bit, so I have a little finer control. Oh, did it really? Yeah. Please tell me everything else stayed the same. Alright, everything else stayed the same. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, that was annoying. Yeah, there we go. That's much better, I think. That feels a little bit better. If not, I'll turn it back up. Whatever. So I apologize for all that. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything back in order after last night. I literally thought that once I started feeling better, that I was going to come back last night and finish my video. Well, I didn't get back till almost 3 in the morning. So that didn't work out very well. And then I had to get up this morning immediately and go shopping. And I've been a little nervous. They gave me, they did give me money for medication. Not money, prescriptions for medication, but I don't have the money to get them. But you know, technically I don't need it because I did pass the stone. I know this isn't something you really want to hear about, but I want to get it done and out of the way. So, you know, everything was fine except, you know, where there's one, there could be more. And, you know, therein lies the issue. So, I'm hoping not, because, you know, I am literally broke already after everything is paid for. After everything's paid for, said and done, I no more money forget I wasn't sure if a car was coming or not, so... Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that texture missing. I don't think it's a Jazzy Cat mod issue. I honestly think that it's something to do with a slight confliction between my game and... yeah, thanks for turning into a highway. If I looked ahead, I would have seen that happen and not pass. So, not a huge deal, but yes, like I said, I am feeling immensely better, and in talking like with the doctor and whatnot, you know, I was actually amazed. I mean, I kind of had an idea, because you would think I had an idea because I mentioned it. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but you kind of get you kind of know that I had an idea of what it might be because I mentioned it in the video. I just didn't know it could be that crippling. I mean, I was in pain. I was in an immense amount of pain. And it's something like, it can be the size of a grain of sand or the size of a very small pebble, and I find it just hard to believe that something so small can be so debilitating. You know, I mean, that was just like unbelievable. I had never wished that kind of pain on anybody, man. Just shoot me instead. But today is another big day for me in other ways. My wife and I, we refined our food shopping, as I said, and we actually went and we bought our stuff today, which gives us a really good run at fixing the mistakes that we made last month, to where we kind of we ran out of veggies. We still had like meat, we were okay with meat, but we actually, like I said, we ran out of veggies and whatnot. So for the past week, we've been eating like, we've been splitting stuffing and eating a little bit of rice and whatnot. Well, now we actually have 2 10-pound bags of carrots, 2 10-pound bags of red potatoes, and 3 bags of salad mix. The salad mix probably won't last, but we don't think we could go beyond 3 because it probably won't hold long enough. So we've got that. That looks like a speed camera. It is. I don't know how fast this will be going, so yeah, we're going to just slow it down just to be sure. Already got 1 speeding ticket here. I don't want another one. So yeah, we got a good chance to make a really good run. And meat wise, we actually have a bag of what's called ono fish. Here we have a bag of individually wrapped, portioned, frozen ono fish. We have a bag of little salmon patties, little salmon burgers. We have a 10-pound bag of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We have a 6.5-pound bag of boneless, skinless, individually wrapped chicken breasts. And we also have, we bought our extra lean pork, cut that up. It's about 5 pounds worth. Portioned it out into bags, and we put that in the fridge. And we even managed to get a nice little 5-pound tray of flank steak. Very lean, very, very little fat flank steak. Man, I haven't had beef outside of like a McDonald's in a long time. A kind of like just steak or beef stew or something. I haven't had that in so long, because quite frankly, beef is expensive here, which is hilarious if you consider that we have a cattle ranch for raising beef cattle on the island. No go. It's actually really, really, really expensive here. And, even this was like, around $5 a pound, little, it was like it was $5 a pound. Man, to tell you, I was not overly happy about it. I have not been overly happy about it, but I've been content to eat pork and fish, especially the past month, because, well, like I said, trying to eat healthy. But I read, according to a couple diets, one of them being the keto diet, you can have, almost whatever you want as long as you keep it portioned, and the recommendations for the different types that you're supposed to get, and one of them was like the flank steak, because there's less marbling in it, there's less fat, a lot less fat, and like I said, that's actually kind of sad. I did clean off my computer some, but I need to thorough clean it. I actually have the air can, and I'll probably do it tomorrow. But this, kind of the sad part is what makes a steak really ono is the marbling. The marbling, the fat, the juices that get into the steak, and what make it taste really, really good. And I did actually finally get weighed yesterday. They did bring out a scale, because they had to see if I would be okay on their CAT scan machine, or if they had to do an ultrasound. And well, the truth was I wasn't okay for the CAT scan machine. This CAT scan machine has a 450-pound weight limit, and I was 472. Yeah. Which is sad, considering I was weighed not too long ago. Well, not too long is actually a relative term. I think it was about 4, maybe 5 months ago, and I was actually 445. 445, 443, somewhere around there. So I wasn't too happy. I wasn't too happy at all. But anyways, but the reality is it's not so bad as I thought, because I know that I weighed more than that. By the end of December, I probably was 480, 490, maybe even 500. I knew that because my shorts were, getting tight on me. Some of my shirts that fit okay weren't fitting so well. My feet and legs were really severely frozen. Oops. Not frozen. Swollen. Severely swollen. Plus, the real dryness of my legs, the dry skin and whatnot was really bad. And I actually could feel swelling in my hands, in my face. So I knew it was really bad. I really still believe that I've lost weight. And I'm going to keep believing that I've lost weight. I might have put on a few pounds over this past week. I might have put a few pounds back on because of, not having the vegetables and having to eat more rice and stuffing and whatnot. But that time's passed, and it's back to eating properly again. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm going to be honest with you. After 3 weeks of eating portioned and more healthy food, and then having to kind of go back to how it was with rice and stuffing and more carb stuff, I actually found myself missing the salad, the carrots, the potatoes. I really did. And that was actually a fun thing to realize, that I was missing those flavors and that taste. And here we are. And we only have one place that we can go, and that's to Algiers. So we're going to embark, and of course, as per always, this is going to be the end of this episode. So actually I'm going to shut it down, and I'm going to put the brake on. Alright, folks, in all due honesty, it's taken me close to 24 hours to complete this video. But I am, like I said, I am feeling better. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I have enjoyed bringing it to you. And even when I was in pain, believe me, actually, I still enjoy bringing these videos to you. Like I said, I'm fine now, so don't worry. Everything's, the way it should be. But like I said, that's going to be me done for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like, favorite, subscribe, thumbs up, whatever, down below. But until next time, this is going to be One Big Bugger. I'm signing out. I'll see you on the road.